Hello and welcome back to another exciting session. I'm your host Mesh Karia. You're watching me on YouTube now, and today I'm gonna take you through SQS. So SQS is a messaging queuing service, okay, that we are gonna use to pass the messages between the containers, okay. So we are gonna use microservices and we are gonna write everything from scratch. So without wasting any time, let's deep dive into it. So before proceeding, you have to have Docker available inside your system. If you don't have it, you can get it from here, official docs.docker.com/get docker. This is it, and after that you need a terminal and or any editor. Okay, so after that quickly create new folder, name it I'm gonna name it SQS. Okay, so SQS, and after that we'll start with writing microservices over here. So before that, what we can do is we can simply open terminal from here. Okay, and here we need to create one IAM role. So make sure to choose your region before proceeding, AP South 1, and make sure to get this ID, which is very important. Okay, and after that we can search here for IAM. Okay, and after that you can see this IAM here. You need to click on users. Okay, so first of all we will create a user which is specific to that for the SQS part only. Okay, so here you need to add one new user, or you can provide the normal user as well, of admin user, you can say, if you are sure about that you are going to access only. So after that you need to provide the name. I'll say this is my SQS user, whatever it may be. After that you can choose any one of them for password or programmatic access. After that it will ask for the group. Okay, so admin will provide all the admin permissions, so I need to provide one group for specific SQS permissions. So I'll say SQS and search for SQS, or you need to provide access. You can choose read only access as well. It's all up to you once you create a group. After that you can select and you can provide the tags. This is optional, but it's good practice to use tags. After that review it once and create the user. Once you got user, after that you will get this access ID and secret key that we'll use later. But before that, let me quickly start with creating new folders. So mkdir. Okay, now you can use app1, app2, service1, service2, worker1, worker2, sorry, but like that you can name it whatever it may be. I'm gonna name it provider and consumer. Okay, so after that touch docker compose quickly .yaml file. I'm gonna create new file over there, and this is it, I guess. So let's go to the provider quickly, and inside that provider I'm gonna init new project. Okay, -y, and I'm gonna install Express. Okay, and AWS SDK. Okay, you can choose the sub libraries as well, like specific to SQL, specific to S3, but why I'm using AWS SDK, because when we use AWS services, we mostly use most of the services like S3 and all the things. So that's why it's all up to you what you choose. So after that we need to create a docker file over here. So docker file. Okay, where we'll quickly write the code as well. So we'll need node 16, or you can provide the node version according to your choice. So let's say 10 point, and use Alpine version, so it will reduce the build time. After that you need to provide a work directory, so you can provide app only. Okay, after that you can copy the package.json and index.js to, let's say, /app/ here. Okay, after that you need to run the command npm install, and you need to pass the cmd to start. So I'll stick to the node index only. Okay, so this is it. This is the simplest thing. Okay, after that we need, you can add git ignore as well if you want. Okay, so we got the git ignore as well. After that we'll quickly create index.js. So touch index.js. After that here we'll write the code for normal Express app. Okay, so here const express app body parser we don't need. Okay, because now Express comes with built-in body parser. So you can say app.use. Okay, express.json. This is it. After that we'll quickly use app.listen, and this time we'll pass port from our docker env file, the YAML file, compose YAML file, to process.env dot provider port. Okay, this is it. I guess you can pass the message if you want over here. The connected to log something, provider is connected here. After that, here we need to use post method. Okay, so we'll post something from one container and we'll make changes to another container, something like that. So normal req comma res. Okay, and here we go. And this is hopefully my async method, and alt shift F for now. And here we are gonna connect to AWS. Okay, and after that we need to update the region. You can choose update region over here. Okay, so while updating the region, you can pass a few more things like access id, access key. Okay, so access key id, I guess we need to pass, access key id, and we need to pass access secret key. Okay, that we are going to pass from there, our docker compose. Okay, and here we need to pass region. I told you guys this is very important thing. So whatever the region, like I am from AP South 1 Mumbai, so that's why I'm using this thing. After that you need to choose the region here, region. This is it. So once again alt shift F. So we are connected to our AWS thing. Now what we can do is we can everything we can create from here. So we need to create we need to send queue first. So here what we are gonna do is we are gonna use await method to send message, or for that we need two things. Okay, so you can pass request.body dot queue name from here. Okay, and you need to stringify your message first, because it will only understand the string. Okay, so instead of this thing message, this time we'll pass name, email, password. Okay, so let's say message or name, email, password, or whatever it may be. Okay, so let's say if you are passing post request from here for creating user, and you need to create user to another container. Okay, at that time we use this thing. Okay, so let's use this thing message. So hopefully this is perfect. Okay, and we need to create a function here, alt shift F, and we need to get back the result. Okay, or here we'll say res.json. Okay, here you'll pass message result. This is it. And here you need to create a const send message. Okay, is equal to you can write the code for sending message, where we'll be having two things, message and the queue name. Okay, so create, no, I don't want to create anything. Here we'll pass a queue name. Okay, like this. And after that, here we need to create a SQS connection where we'll pass queue name, which is queue URL. Okay, message body. Okay, and this. After that we will return the promise. You can use like async await or promise based structure. It's all up to you, no worries. Else reject, else resolve. Okay, cool. This is the kind of older fashion code. Okay, but no worries, we'll stick to the logic part only. So what it will do is it will send the message. Okay, so this thing, that queue name that we are passing from here, so what we have to do is we need to concatenate it first. Okay, so let me use command G to close this thing. Okay, and here you need to get process.env.sqs SQS, we can say. URI, and you need to concatenate this thing. So AWS, we can say more specifically AWS SQS URI. Okay, we'll see that later. So here it will be a combination of these two things, and we'll get queue name here. We'll more specifically we'll say queue URL. Okay, so or we can do one more thing, like if we don't want to pass this here, we can specifically provide here. Okay, so process.env dot AWS SQS URI QURI, okay, plus QName. Okay, like this. After that we'll send the message. This is it. But before sending message, we have to make sure that the queue is there. Okay, so we'll get that. So here you need to check. So you can do the list of queues as well. List queues. Okay, here what we have to do is again you can provide the promise. It will provide the list of queues. Okay, so otherwise it will resolve data. This is it. So first we'll one more thing we can do here, like while getting the list of queues, we can pass the prefix a thing. Okay, so here you can pass the name of your queue directly, like what is my name of queue, let's say that we are gonna pass here. Okay, so let's say the queue name that we are gonna pass here, and we're gonna check here that this queue is there or not. Okay, and once we get the queue, then only we'll proceed for the further things. So if message length, you can check blah blah blah. I don't want to check this thing for now. I'll stick to the normal code. Sorry, it's not, I'm not able to write. Okay, so here we need to check const list of queues, where I'll be using await code, await list of queues. This is my async. Okay, and this is my queue name. This is it. Okay, so after that, let me see if I pass queue name here, SQS dot yeah, it should work, I guess. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So after that, here we need to check list of queues, the length is greater than 0. Okay, so then only we'll move forward. If not, so what we'll do is, if we'll check that if the length is equal to 0, then we'll create here the queue. So here what you can do is you can write const create queue. You can provide the queue name. Once again, you can avoid the redundant code as well, it's all up to you. So create queue is also easy. You need to provide create queue format, else this is it. So here we'll pass the name of queue. Okay, so let me grab this thing over here, and here I need to use await to create the queue. Okay, and name of your queue, which is queue name, and you can say const let's say queue is created. Okay, so here you can console log it. For the first time it will create the queue first, after that it will proceed. So like that you can do. Okay, so here we'll send the message after that, and once we get back, it will return the things, okay, that we are gonna print here. Now the consumer part. Okay, so let's go back to the consumer. So I don't have anything in consumer, so what I'll do is I'll grab all the code from here to there. Okay, so copy this thing over here, paste this thing, and let me quickly open terminal, cd into consumer, and here we are gonna install everything. Once again, we got the node models over there. Okay, the most of the code is same, so no worries. Let me maximize this thing, and here what we'll do is we don't need to check the list of queues. Of course, you can check if you want. So instead of create queue, we can say we don't need to create queue here. You can create queue to send back something, okay, success message or whatever it may be. So you can use send message as well if you want here as well. Okay, okay, so we'll stick to the normal thing actually, so which is get message from SQS. Okay, so for that we'll say receive message. Okay, once again, the promise based code will get here the const params. After that we need to pass a queue URI. Okay, and after that we don't need to pass anything, I guess. That's it. And after that new promise again message, and if we get the error, okay, then we'll reject the error, and else we'll resolve the error data. Okay, and after that this is it, I guess. Okay, and close this thing once again. Okay, cool. So we'll use receive message over here, and instead of this post method, I'll be using get method over here, and let me use get receive message over here, and let me get, we need to pass, of course, the name of the queue here, the queue name. Okay, so queue name will be that we are gonna get from here as well, or you can pass hard coded as well. So it's better to pass request dot query dot queue name. Okay, that's cool. So and that we are gonna pass here. So let me quickly create a Docker Compose file. I hope I'm doing everything is perfect over here, and this is not provider, this is consumer. Okay, and this is also a consumer port, and consumer port looks good to me. So let's go here. We need to add version. Okay, so version is 3.8. After that we need to add services. Inside services we can use app1, app2, service 1, service 2. So consumer provider, so provider. Okay, and after that provider we can use build and path, of course. So dot slash I'm gonna use provider here, and after that here we need to provide the ports. Okay, the default port that I'm using is 80, so I'll be using 81 here. Okay, and after that environment variables, most important. So here I'll be using environment variables, like there are lots of variables we are using. So AWS access key ID, okay, AWS secret key, then AWS default region, we are using region by the way. Okay, AWS output, you can set. I don't need this thing by the way. Type text, I don't need this thing. Okay, there are lots of things, so I'll stick to region. Okay, default region, of course. Okay, and we'll pass this hard coded to EP South 1. This is my region, as I told you guys. need to check here. Okay, whatever it may be, you can pass it from here. And after that, grab your key here, your ID. Let me try to copy this thing here. This is it. Now you need to pass your consumer provider port 80, and this is it, I guess. Okay, that's all. So now the rest of the code is similar. You need to grab this thing, or let's use the consumer here, and consumer will be the same. Okay, this is depends on provider, of course. Without that it won't work. So this is my consumer port and control S. So quickly open your terminal once again, and I hope I'm missing lots of things, but we'll see the errors. Okay, so okay, so what you can do is docker compose up. Can we do remove and rebuild? I guess it's already there. Docker compose down. Okay. So I guess it won't work. Okay, because we need to pass this thing as well. Okay, so let me quickly go there. Okay, and yeah, I need to pass my URI. So this is very easy. No worries. This is your ID. Okay, this is your ID. Make sure to use slash here. Okay, so this is your ID that we are gonna get from here. Grab this thing, paste this thing over here, and this is very easy. SQS AP South 1 Amazon, this is my region. Okay, and yeah, this is it, I guess. And the same thing that I'm gonna use this here as well. So this is the thing that I missed. Okay, and consumer failed, build failed, of course. Let's see now why the consumer is failed. Let me try this again. So let's go to the Docker file quickly. Consumer, we don't have Docker file there. Let me grab this thing quickly over here as well. Best. Okay. We don't have getting now there. No worries. No need to. I'm not gonna upload this code, which is basic code, I guess. So okay, it's fine. If I'll upload you, I can add in description. Okay, and this is it, I guess. So let me rebuild this thing. So hopefully this is running on port 8080. So it's not running on 8080, it's running on 81 and 82. So as we define in Docker compose file, this one is running on 82 consumer and this provider on 81. So you can use Postman or Thunder client. I'm using this Thunder client that you can grab from here. Thunder client, this one, or HTTP client or anything, it's all up to you. So after that, once I go here, let me see quickly if I already made this thing to save the time. Inside body I'm passing the random things. Okay, name, email, password, whatever it may be. After that we also need to pass the queue name. Okay, that we can see here we have defined in, let me see here in provider quickly, that what we are getting queue name. Okay, so that we are gonna pass from here instead of passing that much of things. Why I'm passing this thing? Because I'm assuming that you're gonna pass something from here, name, email, password, and you're gonna change something over there, another container. Okay, so this is my test queue. Let's see inside consumer. Okay, it's okay. Consumer, it's dynamic. Okay, so let's use this post request. And of course we'll get the errors for the first time. Let me resize this thing. Okay, cool. Error, cannot post. So let's go to the port 82 So 82 is a consumer, so we need to pass it to 81. Okay, and here we go, connection lost. So we got our first error, missing region config. Of course region is not there, I guess. Default region that I'm using here, so it's okay. We'll change this thing here and there. So here and here. Okay, and let's rebuild this thing. We'll get few errors, don't worry. Okay, and you can set up this in dev mode as well while creating microservices. Of course we'll get few errors. So after that I'll try to rebuild this thing. Okay, you can install this thing, a docker extension, so it will be easy to monitor all the things. So let me rebuild. So okay, we got both the things running. Okay, well, let me change this thing. Actually this is not comfortable. So this is running on port. Okay, let it be. So yeah, we got this thing, and let me try this thing once again, and hopefully we'll get another error. Okay, the queue_url.length, the property of length is undefined. So let's quickly go there in provider. You can see this is provider. So and you can define you can see the line number as well in line number 45. So in line number 45, this thing. So let's see the queue, what we are getting here in list queues. Okay, list queues dot data that we are sending back. Okay, so what we can do is we can quickly print as well, so it will be better to understand. Here we'll console log it first. So let me debug quickly by doing this, and let me rebuild this thing. Cancel. Now okay, both things are running fine. Let me debug this thing, send this thing. We'll get error this time, but with the, and we'll get this list of queues. So you can see the list of queues. Okay, so this is the object. Okay, so where we got something over here. So this time we'll check the list of queue dot response data. Okay, so how you will understand that this is not empty? So let me check if list of queues, okay, instead of that URLs, I even don't have URLs over there. So I'll check first if we have this. Okay, and we have list of queues dot QURLs, list of queues dot URL, and the length, of course, and then the length is this, then only will so it won't break. Okay, I hope it should work. Okay, hopefully. So I don't have this thing, so let me stop this thing, let me run this thing quickly, and now I'll send once again. Okay, cool, we got the final error, I guess. The does not exist. Wow, good. So it's not there, the queue is not there that we got. So okay, it means that here if the creating, while we are creating this thing, let's go here, and we need to pass URI if possible. QURL, I think. URL. Okay, and here we're gonna pass like this, so then it will create the queue. This is the first mistake we have made. After that, if the list of queues, okay, is there and this is not there. Okay, let me rebuild this thing. So I guess I found the errors. So okay, cool. So here now, first thing that we need to change is inside provider we have provided URL. Here it's we don't need to pass URL. We can provide a queue name directly over here. So this is the first thing, and after that we can use one more thing like this. Instead of this, we'll simply check if this does not exist, then we'll move forward. So this is another thing. Okay, and this is it, I guess. After that it should work. So let me try this thing quickly, and let me show you here. We don't have anything. Okay, if we search then you can see this get started thing, and let's go here and let's go back to our this thing. So we are creating test queue where we are passing this much of things, name, email and password. Okay, and once we send this thing, it's port 81, I guess. Yeah, so once we send this thing, we'll get the response. So we have successfully sent the message, and if we see here, if I refresh this page, so we got the test queue. Okay, so here we got a message, but for that we need to check here. Let's say this is my port 82 or from consumer side where I'm passing queue name. So if I pass this, I'll get the message, but I don't have body here. So let's quickly go back to provider and quickly see that what we are passing here, this message that we are gonna stringify. So this is not my message, this is my entire body, let's say. So after that it will automatically pass over there. And one more thing, inside consumer, once you get the message, okay, then you will delete this message. Okay, so once you receive here, you need to delete the message, so you will get the next one. So here you can create a delete message. Okay, using async await you can write. So it's all up to you, it's no matter. Okay, so again you can avoid the redundant code as well. This is very important, the receipt handle, and that is the ID that we got here. If you remember guys, this receipt handle, this one is the thing that is going to help us to delete this thing. Okay, and again this is again promise based code, but no worries, we'll stick to that to save the time. Actually the name of functions are very familiar actually: delete message, delete queue, sqs dot create queue, like that. So you even don't need to create that much of code. Okay, so when we'll delete this message, once we read this message, receive this message. So here once we resolve the data, okay, so let's see where we are using this receive. Okay, here, and once we print the message, then this is a receipt handler, this is my body, this is message. We'll delete here and we'll send the message body over there, else we'll say no message. So this is it. Okay, and here we need to remove this thing. Let's me try again. Okay, it's running again, and let's go back to there. Okay, let me send this thing once again, and this time we got the message ID. See guys, we got 510 ending. Okay, and if I go there, if I click this thing, we'll get the empty for the first time. It's okay, cool, we are getting empty. Okay, let me, okay, so for the second time we are getting the message that we just sent, I guess. And if I do this thing, we'll get no queue. So now queue is empty. So if I go there, if I send something like Mahesh only, okay, so this is it. Let's send me this thing. Okay, so we got this thing, and if I go here, if I see, I got this thing and it is deleted as well. Now the second time I won't get this thing. So this is it, guys. So I know I have made promise based syntax that most of the few people don't like this thing, but it's fine to use promise sometimes. So to save the time, I have done this thing. So thank you so much all of you guys for being with me, supporting me all the time. It's been pleasure to be here, and please let me know in comment box what you want from my side. I'll make more such videos. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't already, and please like my video if you enjoyed. So thank you so much and have a great day. Bye bye.